Here's verse 18 of the 17th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. We have the rebuke that Jesus gives to the disciples, primarily a faithless generation. They had been intimidated, of course, by the mocking, I suppose, of the religious leaders who were getting on their case because they were not successfully able to exorcise the demon that has been brought now to Jesus by this concerned father. And so now Matthew moves to the crux of the story in verse 18. Kai, the connective, epitemesen. Timao means to honor. The epi actually reverses the sense. To dishonor is the idea. So it essentially is to rebuke. That's the way it's usually translated. And that's what we have here. So he rebuked, auto. This is the dative singular. It could be the masculine or the neuter. It's presumably referring to the demon, and so it'd be better to render it as neuter. So he rebuked it, referring to the demon. Jesus is the subject of the sentence, so Jesus rebuked the demon, kai, and then exaelthen, from exerkamai, I go out, third person singular, aorist active indicative, it went out. So Jesus rebuked the demon, it went out. Ap, preposition, apo, takes the genitive, autu, translated from him, so it exited the child. The subject is to daimonion, the demon, went out from him. Kai, and then in the passive here from therapeuo, I heal. The passive is the third person singular, aorist passive indicative, he was healed. The subject of that passive verb, hopais, the word for child, the son, was healed. Then apo, once again with the genitive, from tes hores, from the hour, akenes, that one. Of course, Matthew gives a fairly truncated rendition of this story. Mark is much more expansive, gives much more detail in the way that he tells it, but Matthew does tend to be a little more clinical in situations like this, and so simply gives us, as it were, the bare facts. But the rebuke of Jesus obviously is effective to get rid of this demon once and for all, and that is really, in some ways, the turning point now of the story as Matthew continues to tell it.